office bearers of Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad ABVP, coordinator man, my dear students who are like brothers and sisters to me, however your age is very small. But today we have gathered to celebrate the birthday of a very, very nerd person. This nerd person, as I have said some time back, was a philosopher, was a guide, was a mentor. He was mentor to Jamsetji Tata. Even Subhash Chandra Bose considered him his guru. There were too many people whom we say or we consider are famous, and those famous people used to consider Swami Vivekananda as their guru. So my dear children, this talk of Swami Vivekananda would be more from a story or a fact saying perspective rather than an oration or a speech. When we speak about Swami Vivekananda, let us go beyond the day when he was a very, very small child. When he was a small child, he was very mental. He used to do all those pranks which we in our this age, we love and like to play those pranks. His name was Naren in those times. Naren, yes, it was a very naughty guy. I would like to tell you about a very, very nice story. This story is when Naren is somewhat 6 to 7 years of age, and there was a champa tree in his garden. He used to swing on that champa tree. The branches of that champa tree are very weak, and his father and mother, they used to always scold him. But he didn't heed to those scoldings. He always was of the opinion that I will enjoy and I will like to do whatever I like to do. I will not give to anybody. That was his opinion at that time. And not only him, but all his friends also, they used to have very nice time with him. And one day what happened is, the father, as usual, that of the family, when a child is not listening to a father, what did he do? Ultimately, he called the guy. He said, Narendra, do you know one fact? On this tree, there is a ghost who comes at the night every day. He said, the night he comes, okay. He said, yeah, he comes in the night, and for the entire day he sleeps on that champa tree. Then Narendra said, okay. His friends were extremely scared. And then they ran away out of this bungalow. But Narendra, you know guys, he was so fearless. Even after listening to the fact that there is a ghost who sleeps on a champa tree, still he was swinging on that tree. Other friends silently they came to him. They said, "Don't you know the ghost is sleeping on the tree?" Naren said, "Oh, I know my father. It is a fact that if something is not going as per his wishes, he will show fear. But I am fearless. I am dauntless. Nobody can instill fear in me." Dear children, Naren was fearless and extremely brave from those days itself. I would like to narrate another incident. His mama, she used to say, "Naren, what would you be after you grow up?" Naren used to say, "I would be a horse carriage driver." She was like, "What? Horse carriage driver?" But in those days, horse carriages were extremely lavish. Like we have got BMWs or we have got those extremely lavish cars, only rich and mighty and well-known people driving these days. Similarly, in those days, only rich and mighty people used to have the respect of having a horse carriage at their places. And his father was a lawyer. And they were extremely good, well-to-do people of their own society in those times. That horse carriage driver used to wear white clothes with the red safa bakdi and with huge moustaches and very impressive personality. I would like to boss, but I would like to become a horse carriage driver. Arjun. And his mother told, if you want to become a horse carriage driver, you have to become a driver like Sri Krishna. You have to teach Arjun. You have to teach the whole world about what our country is, what our religion, what our dharma is. That you should teach the whole world. You have to be a horse carriage driver like him. These are the small values and beliefs that we say are inculcated when a person is in his stages or when he is young. At that time, if all the good things are told to a person, then those things go long way beyond. When he grew a bit older, there was an elder friend of his. He said, "Very let's do one thing. We will steal one fistful of rice and do not come back here. We will go and steal one fistful of rice. The nobody sees us. We will come back and then we will gather all that rice. And then what we will do today? We will make a kheer out of it. We will have fun." So in those days, having party, the idea of having party was like that. Actually, prior to we go beyond the story, how many of you have seen Three Idiots? Raise your hands. Oh, so many of you have seen Three Idiots. Put your hands down. Is that movie Three Idiots? There's a character called as Rancho. You would have known. Why this Rancho stands out from the entire different characters of that movie? Stands out because he was having a scientific bent of mind. Because this Rancho, he wanted to do few things which others are not doing. My dear friends, Swami Vivekananda was the first Rancho of our India. How? Because he wanted to bring science and technology to India from outside countries. Because he wanted to mingle, he wanted to mix philosophy, Vedanta with science and technology. That is the reason why when people or when sages or saints of his own times, they were not able to instill that much of command over the society, Swami Vivekananda is being very famous in youth of those times. And our story goes beyond. As a part of our story, we were discussing that this elder friend of his, they say that let's eat some rice. All the children, they came with this full of rice, but Narendra, he did not bring any rice. So when their elder friend asked, why you did not bring any rice? Narendra said, you said no, that we have to go and bring rice from a place where nobody is watching us, nobody is seeing us. Oh, I thought that God is watching me every time. And that was the reason why I was not able to see only. Because my mom said, God is everywhere. You also believe God is everywhere? Yes. Very nice, my dear friends. God is everywhere and He is watching us. And that was what Narendra's belief system was. So as we see, there are so many qualities which were there in Swami Vivekananda when he was a young child. Clearly, the quality of bravery, fearlessness, a quality of seeing God everywhere. So these qualities, they started to grow in him as he became older and older. And also one thing more, there was a quality of compassion. He used to consider others, he used to feel the pain and sadness of others. This what incident happened when this guy Narendra was, his age was advancing and his father died. His father died. He was at the age of 14 to 15 years. And his father died. It happened that there was extreme party in his own place. There were many loans in fact, which his father might have taken. There was a few things because of which the party got inside his own house. When there was a time that they were not having any rice, they were not having any dal, they were not having anything to eat. very meager things to eat. And he had got many brothers and sisters. He was not alone in that house. So when he used to come back home in the evening, he used to tell his mom, "Oh mom, I am not hungry. I went to that party. I went to that marriage ceremony with my friends. I had a lot of food. You guys please continue and you eat food." So my friends, this is the compassion that we should keep others ahead of us. This compassion was in Naren in those times also. And he needs a sharp focus. Also, he used to study. Once I remember, I read somewhere, he used to go to the library and he used to borrow books. You also have library in our school. Or you have heard of libraries. He used to go to the library, he used to borrow a book. The next day, he used to return the book and he used to borrow another book. The very next day, he used to again return the book and borrow the very next book. The librarian got angry. She said, "What are you doing? Are you playing with me? Every day you come, every day you borrow books. Are you playing with me?" He said, "No ma'am, I complete my whatever book I take, I complete in a day." She said, "Okay, let me test you." And she asked questions from the last book get borrowed. And Swamiji was able to narrate and respond to each and every question that a man asked. Yes, he was Shatavadhani. The meaning of the word Shatavadhani is a person who can just listen to 100 things at a time and he can remember those 100 things in the same sequence, in the same order for all his lifetime. That is the meaning of the word Shatavadhani. So guys and girls, now you understand what was the laser sharp focus and concentration with which he used to study, with which he used to read books, with which he used to listen to the stories and the conversations of whatever were told by the elders at those times. So we should also try to inculcate such laser sharp focus in one of the things we are doing. Once it happened that a few of his friends came to his house. They went upstairs and they saw that Narendra was in a fainted state. So then they put some water, they sprinkled some water on his face. They asked him to, get up. He got up. He said, "What day it is?" He said, "Sunday." "Oh, Sunday? I have been reading books in my room since Thursday. And my father and mother, they have been outside the town. And I thought that instead of eating food, why to waste time? Let me read books, because books were his best friends." So, a friend, he may shoot, he may deceive you, he may say bad things about you to somebody else. But books, my dear friends, are your best friends. They never ditch you, they never deceive you in any of the manner. So make books your best friends. And this was what Swami Vivekananda also told us. So this was the laser sharp focus that he had, and he always used to say, "Uttishta jagruta prapya varani bodha." What that means? It means arise, awake, and stop not till your goal is achieved. You should have a bigger goal in your life, and with that you have to achieve that goal. You have to give everything that you have and achieve that goal. That should be your motto in your life. Now, this Narendra, he grows older, he goes in college. There was a presidency college. This presidency college in Calcutta, it was, most of the teachers in those times, those were Britishers in that college, because they used to teach free thinking. They wanted the children to not get into the dharma way of living life. They wanted children to have free thinking, rational thinking, liberal thinking, and because of that, they brought in Western teachers. But Swamiji did not like all those things. He was a very religious, core religious person at heart. And also, he used to read so many Western literature. So at one hand, his mom taught him Mahabharata, Ramayana and other religious texts. On the other hand, he used to read a lot of then only I will say that there's God exists. And these questions, they used to spring in his mind all the time. My friends, there was a British teacher in this class. He was very great teacher at those times. We say that teachers are like our guru. We do not disrespect our teachers. But this person, he was not a guru. He was having personal grudges against Narendra. One day, Narendra was having his lunch. He bought his lunch from the canteen, he took his plate, and he wanted to sit down on a table. When he sat on the table, this teacher, he was also sitting on the same table. You know what the teacher said? The teacher said, pigs do not sit next to swan. You know the name of swan? Swan is a bird, yeah? A white colored bird. So this was a derogatory remark against Indians that this teacher was making. It was bad, right? So he said, pigs do not sit next to swan. And Narendra got up, he picked up his plate, and he said to the teacher, and here let me fly away. And he went to another table. So who was the pickup? Another incident happened. In this incident, the same teacher he went inside the class, and in the class, in front of the students, this teacher said, guys, there are two bags. One bag is full of intelligence. The other bag is full of gold or money. Which bag you will pick up? And this question he directly asked Narendra. Narendra raised his hand. He said, okay, let me answer the question. But after that, you have to tell me the correct answer to the question. They both agreed. Narendra said, of course, I'll pick up a bag full of gold and money. He said, I knew. You foolish fellow, you'll pick up gold only. You're so money-minded. What is that? And then Narendra said, okay, now you tell me the correct answer. He just said, you should pick up a bag full of intelligence. And then Narendra said, teacher, what is that class? Teacher, a person will pick up that bag which is not having. So, these are the kind of small problems. The teacher got extremely irritated. The teacher, there was a small test which happened. And when the small test happened, the teacher gave everything, all the good things he wrote in the paper, all whatever is expected in the questions, all the answers he gave. And when all the answers were submitted, this teacher wrote a big idiot on that answer. And then the end of that answer paper to the teacher, I said, sir, I think you made the signature of this paper, but you forgot to give the marks. So this was young Narendra. He was extremely witty, and nothing can stop him from being much bit of mind, from being philosophical bit of mind. And then it happens that he always used to tell his friends that strength is the biggest virtue. My dear friends, strength is the biggest virtue. Because if you have weakness inside you, then that weakness will manifest in so many bad ways. So, there's an incident which happened with Narendra. When Narendra was going from one part of the city to another part of the city, it was far away, 1 hour distance. And then he was traveling in a train, and there was this another British who was traveling in the same compartment. So this Britisher, when he saw that an Indian is sitting inside a compartment, what this Britisher did? This Britisher, he picked up the shoes. Narendra was wearing shoes, and then he picked up those shoes and he threw those shoes outside the window while the train was running. Now, Narendra did not say anything. He said, okay, my chance to also know. And that happened. This guy fell, he stepped for some time. This Britisher. The moment the Britisher stepped for some time, what Narendra did?
तुम्हाला मी पाठवतो व्हॉट्सअप
and he threw it outside the window.
चालेल चालेल
Later when this guy wakes up, he said, oh, where's my coat in my hat? And Narendra said, oh, your coat in your hat. Maharaj, your body should also be strong enough, because whatever you preach, prior to whatever you preach, you should have strength that whatever you preach, it will be accepted by the whole world. So these are few of the good things that Narendra had when he was a child. And he was extremely curious. To every other person he used to say, have you seen God? Hey, girl in the green, have you seen God? Hey, mister, with the specs, have you seen God? And everybody was so taken aback. No, I have not seen God. Everybody was, so they were saying, you used to go to Calcutta, it was hard. You know, hard was in hard. There's a river, and the back of the river, the people bay is called as a ghat. We used to go on a ghat, and used to ask the sages and the sannyasis of that time, you wear all the Bhagwan clothes, you wear all the saffron clothes, but do you believe in God? Have you seen God? And everybody used to run away. The moment they saw Narendra, they used to run away. Hey, have you seen God? Because nobody has seen God. So there was this teacher. This teacher was teaching a poem of William Wordsworth. And in this poem, guys, please do not speak to me if you have any questions, raise your hand and ask me. So there was this poem he was teaching this teacher. This poem was of William Wordsworth. And in that poem there was a word which came trance. When I say the word trance, don't mistake me for a rock band, or do not mistake me for an artist who is making abstract drawings on the walls. Not that kind of trance, my dear friends. It was a proper kind of trance word which was put in this poem. And Narendra, you know, he was an extremely curious boy. He was an answer, he was in college, residence college. He asked the teacher, show me what is trance. Teacher said, I can't show you, I can just tell you that what it is. When you go in the deep samadhi state, when you contemplate on something in your mind, that is the feeling of trance. He said, show me. He said, no, I can't show you. He said, okay, you go to Ramakrishna Paramahansa. This ashram is nearby. In that ashram, this is Guru, whose name is Ramakrishna Paramahansa, on the bank of river Hooghly. And you go there and he can show you what trance is. Narendra goes to Ramakrishna Paramahansa. Narendra asks Ramakrishna, what is trance? Guruji, have you seen God? Guruji, do you believe in God? Ramakrishna said, he was expecting that as other sages straight away. Similarly, Ramakrishna could also say something abstract. Ramakrishna said, my dear child, as I see you, similarly I see God. If you come to meet me every day, I see you every day. Similarly, I see God every day. So much of conviction and confidence in whatever Ramakrishna Paramahansa was saying, Narendra was taken aback. Narendra was not expecting such kind of response. And Narendra said, Ramakrishna, how do you know? Can you make me believe that? I don't still believe you. Ramakrishna said, okay, come to me in that room. They both went inside the room. They both sat in front of each other. But Ramakrishna did not give friends. They put his right hand on Vivekananda's head. The moment he did that, for 30 minutes, Narendra did not utter even a single word. When both of them came out, another friend of his asked Narendra, what happened? What did you feel? Narendra said, oh, there was a prayer room, and in that prayer room there were walls, and I saw that all the walls were falling down. I saw that my mind is racing. I saw that my mind is going to some black hole, and the entire universe was spinning in front of me. I did not understand what is happening. If this is God, then this is not God. He was convinced. Friends, this was God. Spiritual power was to convince a child who did not believe in himself, who did not believe in God, who did not believe in spirituality, and in one single day, Swami Vivekananda was really believing in God. And every other day, then Vivekananda used to go to Swami Ramakrishna Paramahansa and used to say, now again let me feel God, now again let me feel God. He said, you are shameless, you are selfish. He said, why are you shameless and selfish? He said you are shameless and selfish because you want to meditate, you want to have that spiritual experience only for yourself. Come out of this selfishness. Come out of this feeling of shamefulness. You should spread this spirituality in the entire country. You should love your brethren. You should do something good for other people. Only after that you will come to know that God is not only at one place. God is in everybody, my dear friends. It's poor whether it is downtrodden, but God is in everybody. So that was the thing. Once one friend asked Swamiji, what is good? To pray to God is better or to play is better? And then Swamiji said, playing football is better. Because by playing football, what will happen? By playing football, your body will become strengthy. You will develop, your body will develop strength. And when your body will develop strength, only after that you will be able to do good things in life, you will be able to help other and be poor. Once, there was this incident when this friend says that by playing what will happen? He says, by playing, my dear friends, you will be able to make your body of iron and you will be able to make your nerves of steel. And that is what is required in today's country. We do not require weak people. We do not require girls and boys who are weak in strength. We require the physical strength and the mental strength both. So you should develop your physical strength. You should develop your mental strength, your spiritual strength. That's what the message of Swami Vivekananda goes friends. When his Guru passed away, he established Ramakrishna mission at Vellore. And then this Ramakrishna mission was established, and he told all the disciples that he will travel the entire length and breadth of the country. And because he traveled the length and breadth of the country, he was able to understand that God does not remain at one place. God is in poor. God is in downtrodden. We should first understand our inner potential. And unless we do not understand our inner potential, we will not be able to do big things in life. So, may it be an exam, may it be some goal, may it be some job. Whatever goals you want to achieve, my dear friends, first you have to understand what your goal is. First you have to understand what your inner potential is to achieve that goal. And only after that you will be able to do that. The time when he was traveling the entire length and breadth of the country, there was untouchability prevalent in this country. And Swamiji did not like untouchability. He did not like all the bad things which were there in society. And because of that, there was this poor fellow who came to him and he brought rice to him. And he said, Swamiji, I saw that you are giving sermons to all your disciples since 2 days. You have not had food. So I have brought this uncooked rice for you so that you can take yourself and eat it because I am an untouchable group. I can't touch you. I can't provide you cooked food. And Swamiji went to his home. Swamiji had food with him, his entire family. And then he said that if I want to meet God, there should be no untouchability because God is in every one of us. And that was the Sandesh, that was the saying that Swamiji was trying to convey. Now once he was crossing the river, and while crossing the river, another man came to him. This man was a sage. Swamiji was standing near the river, and the man who came to him, he said, Swamiji, since when are you standing here? Swami Vivekananda said, I am standing here since 1 hour, my friend. Oh, you are standing here since 1 hour? Why you are standing since 1 hour? Because I am waiting for the boat to come. But I am waiting for the boat to come. See what I can do. And then he started to walk on that river and he came back walking on the river. And he said that, see, I can walk on river, you stand for 1 hour. Still the entire nation, the entire country speaks about you. Nobody knows me and nobody speaks about me. Why is that? Vivekananda said, I have spent my entire time in doing the service of others, doing the service of poor. Whereas for 15 years you have spent only one service. And that service was how to walk on the river. By walking on the river, can this benefit others? No. So, that is the reason why people know me, people do not know you. Because I have made good use of of putting your entire devotion in cell phones or watching movies, laptops, or you know what. On the morning, there is this fine morning, and in this morning, there is a huge bridge. On that bridge, Swamiji wanted to cross the river, walking on that bridge. And what happens now? There were so many monkeys who were standing on that bridge. And those monkeys kept charging. Swamiji said, earlier he was when he got afraid, but then he charged toward the monkeys, and the monkeys ran away. My dear friends, what are those monkeys signify? Those monkeys signify all the fears that are inside us. When you challenge the fears whichever are there inside you, only then you will be able to win those fears. That is what Swamiji wanted to say. And there is this incident where there was a huge parliament of religions which was conducted in Chicago, in America. And one king told Swamiji, that Swamiji, why don't you go to Chicago and you deliver a sermon, you deliver a speech, and you represent the Hindu religion in front of the entire world. He said, okay, I'll go. And then it was not that prior to say yes to the king. Let me contemplate. Let me see what my guru has to say. He went to Kanyakumari. By that time his guru already died. He went to Kanyakumari. And then there was a huge rock. And he swam to that rock because he didn't have money to go to the boat. And when he swam to that rock, he stood on that rock. He meditated for some time. Today that rock is called as Vivekananda rock. Today also when you go to Kanyakumari, that rock is still there. It's called as Vivekananda rock. And when he stood on that rock, when he meditated, he saw his guru, Ramakrishna Paramahansa. He is holding his hands and his both are walking on that river. So it was a message to him that guy will go ahead in Chicago to cross the 7 seas and to spread our religion, whatever our standard, whatever our dharma is, to the entire world. And that was done. Yes, it was a clear message from his guru, and he said yes to that king. My dear friends, it was not easy. When he went to Chicago, when he landed there, it was a ship on which he traveled. And that ship was a cargo ship. It was not a normal passenger ship. And then there was seasickness, there was all kinds of things that happened on the sea. When he reached there, when he reached the Parliament of World Religions, that place, the office, he was asked, where is the reference letter? Do you carry a reference letter with you? He said, no, I don't have any reference letter. Oh, Mr. Gentleman, please go away. We don't allow anybody who is a stranger in this huge parliament of religions. Then he went how it was a bad day for him. It was extreme cold at that night. He had to spend the entire night in a train bogie. He had no good clothes to wear. He had no warm clothes to wear. Because he thought that the moment I reached that parliament's office, I will be given a good welcome and everything will be given to me by them. He was thirsty, he was hungry, he had no food, water to drink, no food to eat. And in such a scenario, he persisted. He did not come back and difference. He persisted. There was a person who saw the plea, who saw the poor need of this person. And this person took him to his place, gave him food, and then he started to discuss all the difficulties with this person. It happened that this person was a lecturer in a huge college of economics. And because of the reference letter from this person, he was given a ticket to attend that parliament of world, the parliament of world religions. Now, this is the day, my dear friend. This is 9 by 11. When I say 9/11, what strikes you?
Twin Towers.
Exactly. Those twin towers strike your mind where there was a terrorist attack in New York. But this is 1893. In 1893, September 9th, it happened that at one hand, today when we speak of 9/11, the terrorist attacks come to our mind. But in those times, for the country of India, when we say 9/11, it was the entire speech of peace in front of the whole world which Swamiji made. Now the date came. 9th of September. On this date, when Swamiji sat on the chair, on the dais, he was sitting, and with him, all renowned people, all wise people, all learned people of different regions of the different parts of the world, they were sitting with him. He was wearing the saffron robes, and that was the reason why he was given the time to speak at the very end. Because this guy, what kind of clothes he's wearing? Because of his clothes, he was ridiculed in America so many times. At one event, it happens that Swamiji was passing by, and people were walking in there, see what this kind of clothes the person is wearing. And Swamiji said that in your country, tailor makes a gentleman, but in my country, character makes a gentleman. My dear friends, he was given the last chance to speak, the last, eventually he was placed at the last number to speak in the parliament of world religions. Now, when his number came, he started to walk towards the dais, and he was not walking alone in that dais. With him, the entire Sanatana Parampara of saints and sadhus and wise people of India, they were also traveling with him to the dais. His blessings of his Guru were also traveling with him to the dais. And the first 5 words that he spoke, because of those 5 words, the entire world was spellbound and people stood up from their chairs. Do you know how much time was given to him to speak? Only 2 minutes. But when he spoke those 5 words, my dear friends, for the entire 2 minutes, all people who were present there, they all stood up on their chair. They were stood up near the chairs, and they were tapping their hands for entire 2 minutes. And the first 5 words were, brothers and sisters of America. These were the only 5 words. Because at those times, everybody used to preach their own religion as superior religion. They used to say that my religion is better, nobody else's religion is better. But Swamiji what he said? Swamiji said that Hinduism is like a stream which is flowing from a mountain to the sea. There are various streams who go and meet in a single sea. After those streams, after that water mingles in the sea, nobody knows that water is from the stream. So Swamiji said, this is mentioned in Shiva Mahimna Stotra, Shlok 7, that all religions, the teachings of all religions are same. No, none of the religion is upper or lower. You should not give weightage to any religion. All religions are same, all dharmas are same, all the good teachings of all the religions should be combined together. And Swamiji gave the same, Swamiji gave the idea of universal religion. Universal religion should be taught in all the world's countries. Because of that, we know that it was a great speech and it was in the media of the entire world in those times. After the world parliament was over, there is an incident where Swamiji was called to give such kind of Vedantic lectures in all parts of the New York and Chicago and other parts of America. When he went there, he used to say and people used to listen. Because he was opening the doors of ancient Indian wisdom in front of the entire world, and the world was listening, and Swamiji was speaking. One incident happened where he was resting. He was asked to rest for the entire night, and the bed which was given to him, it was an extremely cozy and a smooth and a very nice bed. But he could not sleep on that bed. So when the host he asked him, Swamiji, why you are not able to sleep on the extremely cozy and a good soft bed? He said, my brothers and sisters who are in India, they are very poor, and when they are not able to sleep, how were we able to sleep on this soft bed? This is the compassion which he had. And my dear friends, I would like to tell you the last incident, and I will put a full stop on my words. The last incident like this, that when the world parliament religions, was over in Chicago, and Swamiji came back to India. When he landed at Chennai, the king of Chennai himself went there to welcome Swamiji. And when the welcome was happening, the king wanted to garland Swamiji, and he has a garland in his hands. But Swamiji is coming to the king, and then he started to run the other way. Then the king was, spellbound. He said, "Why? Who was it?" He said, "Why Swamiji is running the other way?" Then Swamiji what he did? He was rolling around in the dust. And then he came back and then he said hello to the king. The king was again puzzled. He said, "Swamiji, you went there to roll up in that dust. And then you are coming back. Why is it?" He said, "Because for the entire time that I was away from India, I missed India. And the dust which I had rolled over, my dear king, she is my mother. She is my motherland. And I was hugging my mother." This is the way in which Swamiji used to express his love, affection towards the motherland. Bharat Mata